In this episode of The School of Greatness, Lewis Howes introduces Dr. Joe Dispenza, a New York Times bestselling author, researcher, and international lecturer. Dr. Dispenza shares insights on how to shift focus from fear and competition to states of creativity and abundance, and how to transform one's approach to challenges and opportunities in life. Dr. Dispenza begins by explaining the issues that arise when people try to create from survival emotions. He states that this approach leads to forcing things, taking small steps, and resorting to manipulation, cheating, or lying to get what one wants. This is because matter is trying to change matter, and everyone is playing the game of accumulating as many things as possible. However, he suggests there's a better formula for creation. According to Dr. Dispenza, the key to creation is feeling the emotions associated with the desired outcome before it occurs. He explains that one needs to dissociate attention from the three-dimensional reality and understand that it's the field that creates matter, not the other way around. By changing one's energy with clear intention and elevated emotion, the heart starts beating in a beautiful rhythm. This informs the brain that it's safe to create, allowing the person to relax into the present moment. Dr. Dispenza describes how the energy of the heart informs the brain to move into coherent alpha brainwave patterns. This state allows for dreaming about the next opportunity or experience. The combination of a coherent brain, which acts as a directive signal, and a coherent heart, which draws things to us, creates a vibrational match between one's energy and the potential in the quantum field. This is the essence of the creative process. Dr. Dispenza emphasizes that the process of becoming abundant is more important than the wealth itself. He suggests studying people who have become abundant, understanding their qualities, and embodying those traits. The key is not just about accumulating wealth, but about who you become in the process of overcoming challenges. One common mistake people make, according to Dr. Dispenza, is waiting for the experience to happen before feeling grateful. He explains that this is a Newtonian, three-dimensional reality approach of cause and effect. In the quantum realm, one needs to feel the emotion in order to experience it. The heart acts as an amplifier, sending out a signal that carries the thought of abundance. Negative emotions like suffering or lack cannot carry the thought of abundance as they operate on different frequencies. Dr. Dispenza stresses the importance of visualizing not just the end goal, but also the process of getting there. He uses the example of running a marathon, suggesting that one should visualize the challenges that might arise during the race, such as bad weather or equipment failures. This prepares the mind and body for the actual experience, making it easier to overcome obstacles when they occur. Dr. Dispenza explains that one's personality creates their personal reality. Therefore, to change one's personal reality, they must change their personality. He notes that 95% of who we are operates on autopilot, programmed thoughts, hardwired beliefs, perceptions, unconscious habits, and emotional responses. The first step to change is becoming conscious of these unconscious thoughts. To become abundant, Dr. Dispenza says one must break old habits associated with lack, such as complaining about money, judging people who have it, or cheating when in need. He emphasizes that an abundant person doesn't behave this way. The key is to examine these habits and consciously choose to act differently. Dr. Dispenza advocates for mental rehearsal as a powerful tool for change. He suggests closing one's eyes and mentally rehearsing how an abundant person would walk, breathe, smile, and interact with others. This process, he explains, installs the neurological hardware in the brain, making it look like you've already experienced abundance. With consistent practice, this becomes a software program, changing how you act and your overall energy. Dr. Dispenza emphasizes that the process of overcoming challenges is what leads to becoming a new person. He gives examples of people who have healed from serious health conditions by changing their thoughts, actions, and feelings. These individuals no longer identify with their old selves or their past conditions. Dr. Dispenza explains how emotions can signal genes ahead of the environment. If the environment typically signals genes, epigenetics, feeling the emotion of a desired experience before it happens can signal genes to create that reality. This process can lead to physical changes in the body, that reflect living in a more prosperous, healthy, and nurturing environment. Lewis Howes introduces the next segment featuring Mel Robbins, who discusses strategies for attracting desired outcomes in life. Robbins emphasizes the importance of visualizing not just the end result, but also the process and challenges one might face along the way. This approach, she argues, enhances motivation and resilience. The final segment features Rhonda Byrne, author of The Secret, who explains the law of attraction in simple terms. Byrne defines the law of attraction as the process by which human beings create their lives through their thoughts. She emphasizes that thoughts are powerful and that focusing on a thought will manifest it in one's life. Byrne explains how some people seem to have everything go right for them because they have a mindset oriented towards wealth and abundance rather than lack. She stresses the importance of speaking about what one wants rather than what one doesn't want, as whatever we say becomes our reality. Byrne addresses the issue of feeling overwhelmed, explaining that speaking about feeling overwhelmed will only attract more overwhelming situations. She suggests instead talking about what one wants. For example, success that feels effortless and easy, with plenty of spare time to enjoy it. Byrne emphasizes the simplicity of manifesting, stating that all one needs to do is talk about what they want until they have it. She acknowledges that this can be challenging in a world oriented towards drama and negativity, but asserts that everyone is dealing with the same challenge of managing their mind. Byrne cautions against canceling out manifestations by acknowledging their current absence. For example, saying, "I want this, but it's not in my life right now," cancels out the manifestation. She suggests softer language like, "I would really love to have this," and avoiding thoughts about the thing not being present yet. Byrne shares a teaching from Lester Levinson, stating that if you want something, you could be locked in a padlocked room, but if you ask for it and know you have it, it will come. She emphasizes that nothing in the world can stop it. Byrne shares examples from her book signings where people reported complete life transformations through applying the principles of the law of attraction. These individuals not only manifested specific desires like owning a sound studio, but also experienced improvements in all areas of their lives, including relationships, homes, and travel. Byrne shares her own story of manifesting the secret despite being $2 million in debt. She describes how she maintained a focus on her goal of sharing this knowledge with the world, refusing to entertain thoughts of financial ruin. This unwavering focus, she believes, is what allowed her to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles.